and it's a point-and-click adventure game, unlike Doom 3. Not too long either. I should be able to finish it today. We're in chapter 3. I think there's only one chapter left to go, so we'll see. Fortunately, are fictitious. Yes, you're right. But we've been playing around with this radio, and I think we're done with this area. Maybe see what items we have. I have the letter. This is what? This is the counseling records. It's over no matter what's been written on here. There is only farewell. So we found out she was having unfortunately like a romantic fling with her counselor apparently. That was one of the big things that was revealed. Also, they went in depth about Ray's parents and how how her father was a drunk and abused his mother, cheated on her, all kinds of craziness. We need to figure out what to do with this paper airplane. Council record, I'm not sure either. Oh. Okay. Her doppelganger. Yeah, this story has gone off the rails. What am I supposed to do here? Give her the necklace? Maybe? Do anything? Doesn't want that, right? Doesn't do anything. Her airplane? Oh, a glass cup of nauseating color, overflowing with the stench of human corruption. Plates and cups clash against the walls. His father's voice roared through the halls. After a series of curses seeding all that's left is mother's weeping. Our family was once sweet together, healthy and caring when we gathered. And now every night a restless sleep. Every morning hard to wake, so it goes on day by day. The anguish digs over ever deep. I was shattered into countless pieces, mirroring the crumbling of a familiar world. In a state of ceaseless decay, plunging into a river of despair, floating in limbo for the rest of our days. You're looking out the window. Dark indeed. Now I think give her this now? Anticipating when we meet, footsteps ever quick and slight, roaming through a neon forest, strolling past the dazzling. I become a little lark, brushing past the pretty flowers. Chasing all the playful butterflies, I glide merrily by your side. I've been an actor in our play, long before the curtain's risen. Being held is ever comforting, longing for your love embracing. Listening to your many whispers, feeling each other's tranquil breathing. The white deer walked into my grasp. What a pleasant surprise. What a turn of fate. I want to keep this moment in my palms for eternity. So, second here. This is some like dark poetry indeed. Very dark poetry. Coming to terms with everything that's been going on. The relationship. Parents. Hey, Sad Boy G. How are you? Happy Friday. Welcome on in. All of a sudden we stopped meeting. We became distant bitterly, colder than the sun could melt, air around your freezing instantly. And my frozen body's beating heart, which with each pulse tearing itself apart. Again, I'm left in an abject solitude, in a house that I call home, in a space that I call school. A walking corpse whose minds, without A sense of loss that's drowned with doubt. Changming Hu. We need to talk about this. Ms. Yin, it's not necessary to raise your voice like that. Game's pretty good. We're probably gonna finish it today. We found out in the last stream that she had a relationship with her counselor at school. Counselor slash teacher. We've also been dealing with her thoughts towards her father and mother always fighting, and like her father being an alcoholic and cheating on the mother all the time. So there's a lot of issues she's trying to resolve here. Why can't I? What were you thinking? Going after a child like that? Child? I was already studying abroad at her age. She's old enough to know what she wants. So what now? Will you lead her down this forbidden path? I guess they're talking about her relationship with the counselor. Maybe they found out about it. She only needs a push in the right direction, not for you to wrap your arms around her. This is our private matter. It's none of your business. How is it not? You're stuck in this little romance. Did you forget about us? We were already in the same boat, don't you forget. Wait for something to happen? There we go. The eyeballs are really creepy. That's the counselor. A painful recollection. My soul is shattered into pieces. When I cannot put myself back together and forget everything. I open my eyes and welcome a barren world. Must be the start of chapter 4, I would think. Don't know who he is. This is where Wei found her. Sleeping on that chair. I don't know why she just doesn't walk downwards, like, by pressing, you know, forward, because you have to get the icon for the stairs. Okay. Our life would vanish, but not our guilt. I am you. Yet, you are not me. It's the sin that makes you linger in this realm. Memories like mirrors reflecting the true likeness of your soul. In a world full of pain and suffering. Why is she transparent? That's a good question. Your guess is as good as mine. I think it was to show that, you know, like, We know everything about her now, maybe? And, like, her soul is transparent and she's got nothing else to hide, maybe? My guess? It's probably not a good guess, but in a world full of pain and suffering, Bang Ray Shin, what do you fear the most? Losing family. I am who I am. Unlocked an achievement. We've only unlocked like 4 achievements in this game. There's like, or 5. There's tons of them. Wow, that was weird how they switched her. Oh, okay, so we could switch between the two. Now we're like in this alternate reality. Interesting. That's the one theme throughout this game. It has like, you know, real world, fake world kind of themes to it. Although we've been in this game for so long, we don't know what's real and what's not, and what's with the blurred line. The lines are all blurred. I'm gonna roam around with this character. See what we have here. Oh wow, that whole classroom's gone. Nothing but sky. This is kind of bizarre. Must be here for something. It's just, which door do we go into, and what do we find? Door is blocked by an unknown force. Can't even go upstairs. We gotta go downstairs. Wait, how are we back here if that room was in the... That room was in the gymnasium, not here. Okay, now it changes to another reality. Save. There haven't been any clues in a long time, so either we're not finding them or there's just no need for them. There were no clues in the reality we were in with her parents at her house. Now we're back in the gymnasium. Okay. Can't go out that way. I wonder if she finds objects in here, if she's going to be able to pass them along to her other self. And you're right, Kaz. She's still transparent. I can still see some of the stage through her. Like she's becoming one of the lingered. Oh, I guess we can't explore with her. Huh. I have to explore with her doppelganger. I don't know if there's a third floor for us to access in this. Doesn't look like it. You go through here? I wonder if she needs to exit the gymnasium. The bonfire of hope is almost depleted, diminishing in the wind. Oh, this is the book club. Some of the book contents might conflict with your everyday thoughts. But this material will help you engage in reflecting and independent thinking. Well, let's call it a day. I do want to remind you all again. Never mention a book club to anyone else. For that might put yourself and others in great danger. Yeah, in 1960s Taiwan, they were cracking down on basically like freedom of speech, and they had book burnings, and some of the books were banned, and you couldn't read them in a classroom and all that. So their teacher, I believe, organized the book club so that they could learn about stuff that goes against the political views of the government. And Wei, I'd like to ask you a favor. Yes, Miss Yin. Is it about the new books? I've already given the list to Mr. Chang. He said the shipping company won't help us anymore, but he'll figure something out. The government is enforcing restrictions on all imports. Soon the book club might come to an end. Miss Yin, why are things like this? I'm sorry, Wei. There's nothing I can do either. Oh, just one more thing before you go. Mr. Chang never brought us any of those books in the first place, right? Ah, I know I can always count on you. Added to the journal, clipping blacklisted to return home for burial. Half a century in exile, blacklisted to return home for burial during this period of martial law. Miss Yun Su Han was a wanted political figure. She was lucky to evade arrest and left the country only to be blacklisted. She traveled the world fighting for human rights and freedom of expression, but unfortunately died of lung cancer at the age of 50. Her last wish was to be able to return to her hometown. Now this wish can be achieved with the lifting of martial law. Lips, thank you for the host. Why? Is there an alert for that? Yeah, that's pretty sad. Huh. Alerts are not working. Interesting. Either that or I completely missed it, which... That boy G is now hosting you. And he's like delayed alerts, like... Thanks, Eclipsed. Why is there no... Hold on, let me see why my shoutouts and stuff aren't working. Thank you too, G. No alerts. Those alerts have been messed up for a few people lately, I think. I didn't see alert. All good. Okay. Gotcha. So... Does this alert anything? That one works. It's just the host alerts. This is... Okay. Well, they work if you do them on this side. It must be a Twitch thing. All good. Search warrant. A search warrant issued by the district court. Got that. Get it together, Twitch. Yeah, Twitch has been awful these last couple of weeks. When they lost the connection to YouTube, that really was, like, bad. Then we couldn't send our videos from Twitch to YouTube. I think the Raiders might have a tough game, but pull it out this week? What do you think? It's gonna be... If they pull it off, I'd be surprised. Given that John Gruden, like, departure wasn't as much of a distraction as I thought it would have been. I think they do have a chance. It's been Carr who's been kind of like leading the team. Weller too, I think. So yeah, I'm not gonna count them out, but you know, I expected them to lose last week. I'll say that. So if they're 4-2, if they're gonna lose, I could see them losing here. I think they are all going to rally with Carr's. He's been insane. Yeah, Carr's really taking the lead of the team. He's having probably his best season ever. I know we're only a couple of games in, but I'll say that, you know, he hasn't. He's shown his leadership this year. That's the thing. Going back upstairs. I need to switch characters now, but whose ball is the devil? Football is the devil. Yep. I hate to say it, bro, but I like Carr. He's damn good. He is good. The problem is the team never like was good around him, really. I mean, there was that one time they made the playoffs and he got injured, and he was having a spectacular season. And he got injured, and they lost their playoff game because they didn't have him there. So I expect them to make the playoffs this year. I can't see why not. Gotta give me something here. I hope we never see John Gruden again in the NFL. I could care less at this point, but we need something. We're in Las Vegas, you know, new city. Just make the playoffs. That's all. Yeah, I think they will. I don't think at this point it's going to matter much who's the coach for the rest of the season. They need to work on their running game a bit, but he's been throwing bombs, and Carr's really been good at leading the team upfield. The door is locked by an unknown force, so we need a key, maybe? Let's switch to the other character, but the other character can't leave the gymnasium, right? The other Ray. Oh no, Jacob's on your team? They'll figure it out. They got so many, like, receivers and weapons they could throw to that it makes up for it, but... Go in there. Put her back on stage. Maybe there's something on stage. Maybe 10 points a week from him? Yeah. Better than 0, that's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, like the first week he was kind of promising, and then he got injured, and he came back, and they just hasn't been much going on there. How am I supposed to do anything with her? Guess we can't use her. We can't leave the gymnasium. What about that mirror and that little picture in the background of the soldier? Is that anything we could go around with? Yeah, I have Henry though, and he's seriously winning games for me. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I should get back into playing fantasy football. It's been a while since I played. I was big on fantasy baseball. I was like winning every year basically, and then pandemic came along and what was that? League like kind of ceased to exist. It's just a straight up force to be reckoned with. Yeah, Henry's like you gotta stay as her. Can't look into the fan. She's the only one who can look into the fan. Hold on, let's look into the fan. You could also save the game. She's the only one who can. I never got into fantasy football, but I knew some friends of mine who were obsessed with it. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's week to week. It's less of a hassle than baseball, which is a 162-day schedule. And you're basically like changing in your roster like every day, every moment. I mean, at least here, you know, you're gonna watch the reports and everything, but you know, once it's settled, it's settled. Yeah, it's very easy to get obsessed. But it is fun. It's not just an obsession. We've been through here. We're missing something. Check out this room one more time. This is the illegal book club room. My wife gets mad at me constantly on the computer, gambling my money away. It's a hobby. That's what it is. Let's see if we can't find what we're looking for. I mean, what does she have in her possession? Nothing, just a journal. We go downstairs or we go inside? Oh, no problem. It's called Detention. Takes place in 1960s Taiwan, inside a school that's cursed. And these two students were stuck in there because it was a typhoon. Apparently everybody evacuated, so to speak, and probably died. We don't know. So it's a story about this girl, Ray, trying to find her way out of here. Oh, there is... This change thing? The way forward is the path to your past. So it's a really dark game. I mean, at one point, you know, we had to slice some kid's throat open and get the blood from them and, you know, all this kinds of stuff. Basically, she's a troubled child. Or, not a child, but a teenager. She had a relationship with her guidance counselor, and her parents basically hated each other, but they stayed together somehow. It's an indie game. We're pretty far into it now. Getting closer to the end. Lead me anywhere, and I will follow you like a shadow. Great. Now it's changed. Okay. Now it could be her. Up everything that we need to. Very brutal, but really good game, especially for October, yeah. Door handle is broken. I really like their chairs in this game, too. See the shadow in there? That's kind of spooky. So now she's at least upstairs. She's out of the gymnasium area. Sliding door is wrapped in barbed wire. Can't open the door. What? That other door wouldn't open from the inside. I wonder if it opened from the outside. Hey, Synergy, how's it going? I just realized the basic scenario of this is similar to a manga I'm slowly reading, The Floating Classroom. Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out. Happy Friday, Synergy. Shade Yoshi. Have you got detention? Serves you right for sleeping in class. Happy Friday, Shade. Yeah, we got detention, and it's not the kind of detention we want, because it's all spooky. Let's go downstairs to the first floor, since really nothing up here. Yeah, it's all detention for us. Could be calling at a time like this. Somebody's calling on the phone. I can't get in there, right? The phone in there. What am I missing? I missed something on that first floor. What? Happy Boy G, nice guy, but way too happy though. Yeah, people who are too happy can be irritating sometimes. Hey, Dr. Go, a happy Friday to you too. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, that was a good one, Shay. Yeah, happiness is gross. Who needs happiness when you can have sadness? Sliding door is wrapped in barbed wire. Okay, so we didn't go in. I can't open this door. This is the only other door I know of. I can't open that one. My guess is that we need to give the two blinking characters something. Like an item. Because that's what we did in the other reality. Well, there was nothing real about that reality. Try this again. You still wandering the halls of hell over here? Yeah, we're gonna be in hell until the end of the month. Doom 3 is long gone, so now we're in detention. Just keep going back to this room, because it's the only room technically she can go into, and there's nothing here. Not anymore, at least. Saw the cutscene here, and this is where the illicit book club takes place. That's not a door we want to open. Alright, if I get stuck for a little longer, I'm going to take a look, see what's going on. If I switch to her here... Can't go through this door, it's locked. Can't go to the gymnasium either from here with her because that door is locked. Take a look at the shadow, see what it does. Following her. Open it. Barbed wire. She needs to get in there and call. Alright, let's switch characters for a moment. I mean... this character can only go as far as the other character. The one that we have now can only go as far as here, these 2 levels. Is there a trick to opening this door or something? The only room I know she can go into. And the doppelgangers, the transparent versions of her, the flickering, we can't actually do anything. Unknown force. So what is this force? There's also a basement in the school, which is a prison, but we can't get to it. Not now. Clues that are new. Could switch, and this one comes out. Her whole purpose is just to save the game, because she comes out in the auditorium. She can't leave the auditorium here. Can't. The other one can't get to the auditorium. Alright. See if we could take a look. Gotta be some kind of hint here. Okay, so they're saying somehow we didn't get a dialogue option. So it's a matter of which ray you use to explore around here. So let's go here. It said first door on the left, maybe not. That's where we switched. Oh, this is the second floor, that's why. Nope, it's the first. Can't get in there. Hey, next grotto. It's pretty cool. It's very dark. It's a short game, not too long, but definitely a lot of fun. It's creepy. I played 90 minutes according to Steam. It seemed neat, but not usually my cup of tea. Yeah, it's a straight up point-and-click adventure game. My son is reading a kid's novel where they moved the school into an old mental hospital because it was the only public building available. This is a kid's book, by the way. Yeah, I was gonna say, how's that a kid's book? I'm not sure I played that or it idled for 30 minutes or so. I always end up doing that with Steam. And, like, I get, like, ridiculous amounts of game time running games. Like, I doubt I played some of these games for hundreds of hours. Sometimes I'll just leave the game running, go eat, come back, and that's like an hour right there, so. Steam lies. I always go by how many hours of streams I have. Game. Not supposed to change to her. We just changed to her. Back to this one from Crusader Kings 2 is logged in at what? 1,098 hours. What? That's crazy. Wait, are you telling me I haven't played over 1,000 hours of Civ 6? Okay, that makes me feel better. No, I think the times are a little messed up on there. On Steam. I mean, if you take 48 hours just to account for idling or me leaving it on by accident, I take that. Yeah, that's probably the case. But why? Alright, something's gotta give here. I hate looking stuff up. After you switch places, leave the room and walk away to the left, then go upstairs. Take the first door you find after that. So they're saying to go all the way up here to the left. We went up the right. Play the hell out of CK2? I believe it, yeah. Some of these games, you rack up hours, but some of them are like, I didn't put all that time in there. People who play Paradox games really get into them. Yeah. They're pretty intense and multifaceted. Okay, so let's go here. We're gonna switch to the other ray. We're gonna go outside. And open this door. How about this one? Can't open that one either. Sliding doors wrapped in barbed wire. She's staring at it. I may pop back in a little later. No problem, Dr. Goer. Happy Friday to you too. Watch the rest of Arsenal match. Yeah, I don't blame you. Have fun with that. I need a Halloween movie recommendation from you to watch with the wife. I will send you one off stream. Michael Anthony, what's up? How you doing? Happy Friday. I'm a big Europa Universalis and Crusader Kings series fan. I enjoy the other games too, but I spend most of my time there. Yeah, Europa Universalis is going to be a time suck. Indeed. I have 373.8 hours logged into Hearts of Iron 4. Thank you for the host, Michael Anthony. It's... The host's alerts aren't working for some reason. I apologize. That's someone who is barely a fan to a Paradox player. Wow. I'm good. How are you? How's Detention? Detention's pretty good. It's really spooky. Trying to find our way here, because... Very dark. We're getting close to the end of it. Quite fine. No problem. Yeah, if we beat this, we're going to start Cold Fear, the survival horror game. But it's not a matter of beating this, so I want to find out the whole story here. Can be calling all this time. We must have done something wrong. Yeah, the one that's like Resident Evil 4. It came out at the same time as Resident Evil 4. Actually, it came out a month before, and people were like, oh, this is a ripoff of Resident Evil 4, but it really wasn't. It was not. Take a look. I'm completely lost here. Find another Ray in here. Talk to her. Leave the room through the door next to you. Walk to the right. You will notice the shadow following you through the window, stopping once you reach the locked door at the other room. Continue walking all the way to the right and go down the stairs. Walk all the way to the left and go back up the stairs, then enter through the first door you see. Walk to the left of the room and speak with Shadow Ray. Alright, so now I figured it out. It is something to do with the shadow. See how the shadow's on the other side of the room? That's what we needed. Puzzles, yeah. I'm no puzzwiz here. I'm playing Paradise Killer, which is an investigation adventure game, 3D, and has collectibles from soundtrack stuff. So random. Paradise Killer. Is it a horror game? I'll write that down. Always enjoy game recommendations. So now we're supposed to talk to her. Remember when you enrolled, so full of passion. Participating in every school activity, showing off your academic ability. Grabbing the attention of your peers and teachers. Then things took a turn for the worse at home. All the attention quickly turned into unwanted scrutiny. You chose escape, turn a blind eye, grim acceptance. Let's go with to escape. Chose to escape. The world is immeasurably vast. There is always a place to hide. You or me. Ah, now it's switched to a new area. Okay. It's bright and colorful and fun looking and anime looking, and the story is actually pretty dark and awful in a good way. Well, if it's anything like this, but with a sense of humor, I'm in. It's not anything to make you jump or feel fear, but it's just a messed up world. I'll have to check it out. Oh, cutscene. Burning books now. You're investigating a murder of some gods. Oh, really? That's interesting. And you were pulled out of exile because they know you didn't do it. Wow. That's a cool premise. I'll have to check that out. I like puzzle games too. I don't stream many of them, but I mean we do, but not like point and click puzzle games, stuff like that. It's mainly like, you know, like Darksiders had puzzles, that kind of stuff. Remember to thoroughly destroy each book and add the spirit money to throw them off. There can't be any intact book pages or else this would be for naught. Anyway. You're closer with Miss Yin. Oh, okay. I heard that she had to flee the country overnight, is that true? That's the teacher who runs the book club. I'm not sure, she never said anything about leaving. Unlike Ms. Yin, we don't have the connections to guide us to safety, aren't you afraid? Well, actually, what bothers me the most is, do you know how the reading list got leaked out? Stop asking questions, I am as clueless as you. Let's just hurry and finish this. We don't want to get caught. Truth has been told. They're the reason why she left the country. A written verdict from the court. Written verdict from the court, a torn piece of the verdict. Cheng Mingyu, district-level educator, is found guilty with students Wei and others of collusion with communist forces. Bang Ming Yu is to be put to death after the court's ruling. Wei Chung Ting pleads guilty to affiliation with communist forces, reading of prohibited texts with rebellious and corrupt thoughts. Will be sentenced to 15 years jail time. Wow. Good. But of course, you know, he was dead, hanging upside down from the auditorium above the stage, and we slit his throat and took all his blood out. This isn't point and click. It's fully 3D world. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. Investigating the murder of a god. Or gods. We're supposed to follow him. Can you follow him? For some reason, I think we need to follow that guy. Saying to go in here. Back in the restroom. This door is barred by a broom. There's a note on top of it. Snitcher. Remove the broom. Of course. In a new area. Ah, we're back where the piano was, and the puppet in the cage. Another clue? I just checked that out on Metacritic. They say it's a locked room murder? At time in fear, forcing herself to breed hatred, who knew that she would take that leap and leave this world behind? Nary a last word because of fear or remorse. The reason remains undecided. I was left with a blur of confused thoughts spiraling through my mind. When I saw the sunlight again, things had changed drastically. My loved ones and teacher went to a higher place. She was buried in an unmarked grave, leaving me a decrepit man. Nothing else here. Let's save room. I do love locked room impossible murders. Realm of the gods, and so lots of weird stuff is possible. That's for sure. Now it seems like we're back where we started. There's a note on the cart. My guess is that's where the puppetry cart was. Doctor. Door's locked, it can't be opened, so we can't leave with this character. That lights up the light in the next room, so maybe we need to go into the next room now. still lit? Oh, it has a note system too. That's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. Acting immediately on one's determination. This isn't the philosophy he believed in. That someone should take fate into their own hands. With you following him, what ideas do you hold? Take hold of your destiny, live a laid-back life, submit to one's fate. Hope this doesn't, like, change the outcome of the game. Submit to one's fate. Take hold of your destiny, submit to one's fate. I think submit to one's fate. Oh, it brought us here. So there's 3 choices each time. Depending on which one you pick, I think that's how the game ends. Locked. You either get a good ending or a bad ending, possibly. Can we go through here? Yes, we can. No matter how many times this replays, nothing can be unwound. You can never redeem yourself. This is the ending? Possibly. Instructor Bay. This is the book list I mentioned before. She was the snitch? Wow. I found it on our teacher's desk. So she snitched on the teacher. Miss Fang, the country appreciates your assistance. What a jerk indeed. Did you think finding something to rely on would stave off your fear? One day, however, he was gone just like that. You've lost everything you can depend on. What choice will you make now? Try to take him back. Quietly accept. What kind of ending we got here? Gotta follow him. Chapter 4 took like a weird twist. There's no like lingered around or ghosts or anything. No, this is open. Aha, we're on the roof. He was just kind of hanging out there, so where do we go now? Oh, there's another ray. Memories are like a mirror reflecting the true likeness of your soul. Oh, we go downstairs. Maybe you still want to forget. Maybe you're still afraid. Now I'm thinking about it, I'd probably snitch on my teacher too. Main Lord Ma in China is awful, and that's stuff the teacher was into, who was in support of it. Yeah. The whole Taiwan versus China thing going on here, and, you know, I would probably snitch on her too. Facing your own aspirations, but not confessing to the truth. I am you. Yet you are not me. Spooky. River of blood with the dead bodies in it. Constantly cycling over and over, with only the river sends you at the end of your journey. Yet the knot of sin still lies unsolved. The bridge leading to Paramita closed, I guess it said. So the Requiem with a warm crescendo welcomes you once again. So wait, this not the good ending? Now they're murdering Uggers. Yep. China is like all kinds of crazy when it comes to political stuff. Starved a bunch of people and did the Cultural Revolution at this time. Yeah, that's kind of what the backdrop of this game is like facing. Is this gonna make me do it all over again? I hope not. Oh, maybe not. Did we get the good ending? They're clapping. Hang on. Was the guy you were with here with the one... Yeah, so the guy who was here was Wei. He was the guy who was with the teacher, burning the books. He was the guy who was murdered and hung upside down here, and then we had to slit his throat and get all his blood out. Something tells me we didn't get the good ending. Thought so, yep. That's how she dies? She hangs herself? Wow, this is dark. Can we avoid doing this? I guess that's the bad ending? Yeah, that's eerie. They were all clapping while she hung herself, though. That can't be a good ending, right? Good times for this game, right? I think that was it. Go roll with the credits now. Coffee Yao? The guy's first name is Coffee? That's awesome. Good Times with Detention should have been your title. Yes. Good times. Read in all 4 seasons. Those are the songs. You roll next. No, I don't. You rule, Michael Anthony. There are multiple endings for this? I think there is. I don't know if I could actually, now that I've completed the game, go back and start from where we were answering all those questions, but if there's a way to see them online, I'll definitely show the video for the endings. Thank you, Sigma. How are you? But happy Friday. Well, that was interesting. So now, do we get to go back in and do the other endings or not? You've been unlocked. Everyone loves you. Probably one. Well, we could play chapters. How does this work? Be chapter 4, we'd have to start from the beginning. We hit continue, where do we go? Probably restarts the game, maybe? Starts from that save point, the last save point. But that's after we picked all the questions. Exit the game. No. Go back to the main menu. Yeah, exit the game. I thought I was gonna quit the game. Hey Alex, how's it going? How are you? Happy Friday. Okay, so this is starting to make some sense now. It's the questions that are definitely involved in how you beat this game. What kind of ending you get. So let's try to get it. Seriously, people? Hold on. So for the true ending, you got to choose several questions. So let's do that. We could probably do this in like 15 minutes. If even. And then we're going to take a break in between games. We're going to play Cold Fear next. But not really an announcement, but I have some news about the channel and what's going to happen next. Today was a pretty good day. Definitely was, for me at least. I'll talk about it in a minute. We're going to have to do this over. Let's see the true ending. Can't be as dark as what we just witnessed, right? Remember watching my older siblings play Cold Fear? It looks really good. I've never played it. I tested it out. First 5 minutes, it kind of made me a little seasick because you are on a boat and it's simulating the motion of the ocean, so... Yeah, I got a little bit of motion sickness on that one, but... Okay, so we're supposed to talk to her, and our life would vanish, but not our guilt. I am you, yet you are not me. It's a sin that makes you linger in this realm. Memories like mirrors reflecting the true likeness of your soul in a world full of pain and suffering. Bang Ray Shin, what do you fear the most? Losing myself. This is to get the true ending. If I recall, I believe it was one of the many RE4 over-the-shoulder clones that came out at that time. It actually came out a month before, I think, Resident Evil 4, if I'm correct. And even though it was a clone, it was developed at the same exact time. So, I don't know what the story behind it is. It looks very RE4. But it was actually developed by Ubisoft, and, you know, there's no way they could have known at the same time there. Hey, Camilio. Good day to you too. Happy Friday. Welcome. You couldn't... I mean, it was just a coincidence that they were very similar, I think. Here goes my neighbor with snowblower again. It's gonna sound like a cow for a couple of minutes. Sorry, guys. Okay, so... Afraid of losing yourself. You are me. We did that. Sounded like a dying dog. Yeah, some of that is in there too. Thank you for the host, Camilio. Host alerts are not working on Twitch right now. It's unfortunate. We're about to finish this game. Actually, we did finish it. So we're trying to get the good ending now, just to see what it's like. As far as I know, there's only a good and a bad ending. If you don't mind, I'm going to skip a lot of this dialogue since we already went through it. Okay, so now she's supposed to go through this way. The door is broken, I can't get in. Okay, so... Go up the stairs, you find another array here, talk to her, leave the room through the next door to you. The door next to you, walk to the right. Okay, this is where the shadow, we have to miss it. We gotta get her to walk all the way over here. And we walk back, and then we talk to the shadow when we go in the room. Actually, we need to go downstairs and come around. That's what it is. Basically, you gotta go up and around to get her to stay on that side of the room. Otherwise, she won't talk to us. We'll just switch. So, while we're doing this, I'll talk to you guys about my good news. Hold on, is this a room? Yeah, it is. She's on that side. This is where we answer a question. Let's answer this question first. Remember when you enrolled so full of passion? Yes, I remember. Participating in every school activity, showing off your academic abilities, grabbing the attention of your peers and the teachers. Then things took a turn for the worse at home. All the attention quickly turned into unwanted scrutiny. So you chose. So we chose to escape. That I actually picked right the first time. The world is immeasurably vast. There is always a place to hide. You or me. Alright, so that switch is there. place is completely lifeless. Even ideas are buried here. This is the book burning. Okay. We'll watch this play out. So, what I was going to say is that, for those of you who have watched my stream for a long time, and have heard me complain on the Discords, I've hated my job for a very long time. I've made it public knowledge on stream. It's just been a toxic environment for me. Today I finally quit that job. I gave notice, and the reason why I gave notice, as much as I want to be devoting my full time to streaming, the reason why I gave notice was that I was recruited by another company to go work for them. And it's a fantastic opportunity. It's going to be way better than the job I have now. And it is like everything I want in a job. We'll see if it actually is. I'm very excited, very happy. Thing is, it's going to be a hybrid schedule. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, it feels good when the company you work for doesn't appreciate you, but then someone comes along and is like, hey, you're going to be a perfect fit for this other job. And you go on the interview, and like, after the first and second interview, basically you find out that the people you interviewed with were like, no, this is the guy, we don't have to interview with them anybody else anymore. Like, I was like, really? That never happens to me. So, never underestimate your self-worth. You never know what's going to come out of it. Turning in that notice can be terrifying and relieving all at once. Yeah, it was. I had to do that this morning. I told my boss, hey, I'm giving 2 weeks notice, sorry. She was very nice about it. She's happy for me. I think my other coworkers are happy too. Some people are going to be panicking because, you know, I did a lot for them at work. But, yeah, it's weird because it's so easy to doubt yourself and your skills. Congrats. Thank you, Kaz. You nailed it on, you know, it's the hammer on the nail right there. Basically, and it was weird because I gave notice to my boss, and then the HR department at the other job was like, let us know when you give her notice. We're going to call her for a reference. And I knew she was going to give me a good reference. You know, we've worked well together, so that was cool. Well, that aside, you know, I'm going to start the new job 15th of November. So I'm going to be 2 weeks at this company. They're going to try to get me to stay for like 6 months or something. I'm going to be like, no. I'm going to take a week off in between. Excellent. I didn't know you didn't like your previous job. Congratulations on the change. Thanks, Synergy. It's something I tried never to... Thank you, Sigma, too. It's something I never wanted to talk about on stream, but it just got so toxic to where I brought it up on stream maybe once or twice. I really wish this guy would stop with his leaf blower. Talking. I don't know if you guys hear it, but I could definitely hear it. So, I brought it up a couple of times on stream. Basically, when I was doing the Photoshop tutorials like a year ago, some of you don't remember that, I was teaching like a Photoshop class on how to color comic books online through Twitch. That's when I brought it up because, you know, what I did for a living at one point. But I didn't want it to... Once it started creeping into like my streaming, which was my fun thing to do, that's when streaming wasn't fun anymore. Because it became, like, stressful. Close it out. So, long story short, right now, the current job does a... It's all remote. Which is great, because it allows me not to have to commute back and forth from work. And at the end of the day, I can just hop in front of the computer and stream. So... You know, my wife is like, what are you gonna do? You really like the streaming. You know, it's like an escape for you. Are you gonna have to stop that? Because a new job is hybrid. So I'm gonna be at home for two days in a week, and then in the office for 3. Oh, leaf blowing. Picking it up? I wonder. Yeah, it is. So that gives me less time on my hands to stream. But my wife was like, what are you going to do? You really enjoy it? So I'm going to stick with streaming. We're going to move the stream to night times, though. That's the only time I'm going to be able to do it. So I think I'm going to be working from home on Wednesdays and Fridays. I got to confirm that. So now I lost track of where we were supposed to go. You'll find a meeting room of the book club. Leave the room. Yeah, we did all that. Yeah, so I'm going to have to change my streaming times, unfortunately. It's going to move to night times. So I'm thinking like the night before I work from home, which would be Tuesday and Thursday, maybe like 8:30, 9 o'clock I would start to stream. Kind of sucks because I do have a lot of people who watch the stream from Europe. So it's going to be nighttime during that time for them. But at least it allows me to maybe bring in a new audience. And then every once in a while, we'll do like a weekend stream as well. So I'm looking at 3 days of streaming still, if possible. Just going to be at night. Probably... Well, I'm definitely going to play different games now. I'm not going to be able to play like a long RPG because that'll take me 5 weeks to play. So, I mean, Detention's a bit of a short game. Door is locked. But I don't think we'll play games this short. But I'm still streaming. That was a big thing. Just wanted to say that, you know, probably take a week off, see how the work goes, and maybe around by the end of Thanksgiving, get a couple of streams in with the new schedule. And we'll see how it goes from there until the next assessment. You know, I always thought, like, when I took that break in September and came back for streaming, that, you know, this new schedule was going to be... I mean, it's basically the same schedule. I just took out a weekend day. It was going to be, like, not set in stone. I always said by the time October was over, I would have to change things, and this wasn't the reason I thought I would change it for, but it's a pleasant surprise nonetheless. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you for all the congratulations, and we'll see where this job goes. Definitely never underestimate yourself. Your self-worth, you know, is going to get you far in life. You know, rejections are one thing, but you never know what's going to happen. Just put yourself out there. And everything, not just work, too. That's what I get out of this. Alright, so back to the game so we can get the good ending. Okay, we left the room through the same door. You should be in a different part of the school now. Walk all the way to the left and the door near the staircase. See, I'm lost now. I need to find Old Wei. The old man is Wei, the young student, as an older self. He's here somewhere. I hope I didn't mess this up. I think eventually he brings us to this door, which we could open. That's the door with the piano behind it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to a new job. I quit my job today. I got a new job doing pretty much the same thing. More pay, more creativity involved in it, so... I'm gonna have to change my streaming schedule because of it. Does it affect your house hunting at all? No, it will not affect that. They don't even know I'm house hunting. I'm gonna be going to work from where I currently live, but then when we change to our house, we're gonna have to figure out the commute. But I'm pretty much working in the same area that my wife is, so we could take the same train and transportation to work. Thank you, Nexgrado. Yeah, the big thing coming out of it is I'm gonna have to change my streaming schedule. a little bit. So I'm going to be streaming at nights until when I figure it out. And this isn't going to happen until after Thanksgiving, so see how it goes. Yeah, I miss going to work with her. You know, I'm a little, you know, whatever because of the pandemic and everything, but hey, we gotta leave our houses at some point, right? I got lost here. Leave the room, you... Paper from the table. Exit the room right of the screen. Walk slightly right and go through the double door. You will see Old Way in the far... The double door. We didn't go through the double door. Yeah, so I'm not gonna abandon streaming altogether, obviously. Which is what I thought I always had to do. Streaming was always going to be temporary until I found a job, and then I found a job that was remote, and that changed things. He's nice enough to leave below my house, at least. There he is. We're supposed to go in here first. We'll have this done in no time, and then we'll start up next game. I'm gonna go through this real fast. This is where the teacher talking to them about the books. This is the book club. And then we find out that basically she left the country and was never allowed back in because of all this. They found out about it. And Ray was the person who snitched, of all people. No, it wasn't Way, it was Ray. Ray, the girl, snitched about it. So this is like the article about what happened to the teacher. I'm not allowed to return. We're almost there. Just want to see what the good ending is. This is where we're going to run into Way, I think. There he is. So we got to follow him. We go into the piano room. He plays the keys there. Oh yeah, right. We have to remove this broom. Where's Bard? Snitcher. He was a snitcher. Move the broom, yes. Go into the toilet, and we come out here. Warped reality. This should be the piano room. I had to look it up. I don't think I'm familiar with Cold Fear at all. It's very Resident Evil 4-like. Takes place on a ship. Note entry. Came out, I think, a month before Resident Evil 4, but a lot of people said it was a clone of it. Thought it was. Obviously, nothing touches Resident Evil 4, but it's a pretty good game from what I've heard. Cold Fear. Alright, so now... walk all the way to the right, exit the door. The room changes, pick up the paper. Exit through the left door, walk left. Save point here if you want. Leave the room through the same door. What its save point is? Yep. Okay, now that we got the questions right, let's just say the answers, I mean. Walk left. Go out here? No, not anymore. Shadow stop by the light. Is that this room? Yeah, you turn this on. Stop her there. Flip. Turn that on. Switch out. Now we gotta turn off that. We gotta talk to her all the way at the end of the room. I'll leave the playing to Nyx, at least for now. Just take your Dramamine before playing it. Yeah, you do get a little... Well, I get a little motion sickness with it. It's gonna be fun. Acting immediately on one's determination, this is a philosophy he believed in. That someone should take fate into their own hands. With you following him, what ideas do you hold? Okay. To take hold of your destiny. That is a charming thought. So life has gained the goal. I have Dramamine somewhere in the house, but I'm not going to use it to play the game. You or me. Alright, exit through the door next to you. Good ending, better be worth it. Walk slightly right and exit towards the camera into the field. There we go. This is where things start to get trippy. No matter how many times this replays, nothing can be unwound. You can never redeem yourself. Yeah. This is where she snitches. She basically gives up the leader of the book club. Fast forward this a little. Okay. Walk left, speak to her. Did you think of finding something to rely on would stave off your fear? One day, however, he was gone, just like that. You've lost everything you can depend on. What choice will you make now? Okay, so the choice here... Try to take him back. Okay. Structure's sharp gaze was stifling. You've steeled yourself and performed without hesitation. In that one moment, transforming into a pitiless patriot. Easier than you think, right? Detention, my favorite subject in school. You are me. You know, I used to get detention. Like, basically, if you showed up late to class, like, you were supposed to get detention. But I would show up to detention then for being late, and I'd sit there for a good 15 minutes. They'd call out everybody's name, and I'm like, you didn't call my name. I'm like, well, then I guess you don't have detention. So I would just get up and walk out. I'm like, so why'd you keep me here? Somebody at that school, at high school, was like taking my name off the detention list, and I like a teacher or somebody, or maybe they just forgot to add it. I don't know. I had a man on the inside who would do that. I got to the point where I would have detention and I would just stop showing up because I knew my name wasn't going to be on the roster anymore. How's it going, Hefe? Being tardy seems a bit much for detention. Yeah, that's what I say, but, you know, when you're half an hour late to school because You overslept. Happy Friday, Hefe. We finished this game, by the way, so we're working towards the good ending. I think we're pretty much done now. The bad ending, she hung herself. Open the door. Changming Hu. You are suspected of spreading anti-government propaganda, smuggling banned books, and organizing illegal gatherings. The court has already obtained the necessary evidence. We now arrest you on the grounds of rebellious activities. Do not resist on pain of death. Oh damn, I'll have to catch the VOD to watch the bad ending. Yeah, the bad ending was pretty intense. This is different now. Looks like it will be difficult to escape this time. Fine. Take my head, so that I may just join my brothers and sisters in death. Sigh. Why? Aren't people born to live freely? To think openly, to speak their minds without restriction or fear. Freedom of belief, love, and self-realization. Being with you was a happiness of the simplest and purest kind. I couldn't help but think. When we could be hand in hand living an untroubled life, but in the end, there is only fool's dream. I too am vain, like the daffodils, fixated on my thoughts. The world is not ready for the likes of us. They were having a teacher, counselor, student relationship at that time. Fade to black. Daffodils died by a river of crimson blood, decaying rust-like into the void. So we didn't see this the first time around. We had the bad ending. The bad ending was her just walking and getting and hanging herself in front of the clapping audience. Pulled away. Construction signboard. Evidence of vandalism alongside many signs of protest. Metal lodging for laborers. Demolished. This was a cool game. It was very dark and wasn't bad. Barred from the heavens and hampered from the underworld. It was just the right length too. Alone and wandering forever she goes. This is how we get up to the school. We have to climb up the side of the mountain. A large banyan tree has been cut down. It's weathered the storm of generations, yet it fell under the sharp edge of humanism. So I guess he didn't really die. This is him now, exploring the old school. That's it. Not as dark an ending. Time, it rots everything away. Even I cannot hide from it. That way? No, we just go up this way. He's reminiscing, I guess, by going through the school. Hey, Dr. Goer, yeah, we finished with the bad ending. I don't know if you saw that earlier. I think you left before. And this is the good ending, apparently. So, like, rolling the credits while Wei here is, checking out the school. And if you didn't hear it earlier, Dr. Goa, I actually found a new job. Finally. I start on the 15th of November. I gave notice to my old job today, so finally something came up. I remember us talking about that and where you worked and everything. Thank you. So because of that, it's going to be hybrid. It's not going to be like full remote. So I'm going to have to change my my stream times because of it. Oh, was that the announcement? Yeah, thanks. Thank you so much. That was kind of the announcement. It was more the fact that I'm going to have to stream at nights once the job is around. And it'll probably be like... I'm thinking Tuesday night if I have Wednesday off, because Wednesday will be remote. And then Thursday night if Friday is remote. So it'll just be those 2 nights that I stream, and then whatever Saturday or Sunday stream I could fit in that week. So we'll get in 3 streams a week. That's what I'm thinking. I figured it was, but didn't want to spoil it. No, thanks for not spoiling it, but you know, thank you. Haha, you and Hefe think the same way. Work from home, day off. Yeah. I've been remote now since the pandemic started. My wife went back to work partially. So this is going to be a hybrid. Eventually they're going to bring back full-time. But I'll still stream at night. My wife was like, you can't give up streaming. You love doing that. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, if you're okay with me streaming on twice a week at night, then streams will start like at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Thinking, or between 8 and 9. I'll have to figure out how long it takes me to get home, eat dinner, and then we'll go from there. Get your work done. Yeah, this is a good opportunity. It's gonna be more creative, and they came to me and they wanted me for the position, so I applied to a couple of places. I never heard back, or I got rejected. And then this place, they were like, after the second interview, they were like, "This is the guy," apparently, and they wouldn't, you know, let it up. They were like, "We want you. We're ready to counter whatever counter they're going to give you at your old job." And I'm like, no, my old job is not going to give me a counter. Of course, I didn't tell them that, but... she's a keeper, or she just doesn't want to be around you too much? No, she's a keeper. I know my wife likes to be left alone to catch up on her shows. Yeah, so does my wife, but we also enjoy each other's companies watching TV together, so... Good game. Thank you.